Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the euro currency again, but instead of the daily chart of the euro, I would like to show you the dollar index, because on the daily chart in euro we don't have something special, but on the dollar we have some important detail that could make the impact on the price action on the daily chart on the coming week. Well, this detail has really minor relation to the price action that we see currently, but we have long-term weekend, Easter weekend, and some news could be released. Maybe some person could tell something, so the situation could change on the financial markets. And dollar index and the pattern that we have here hints that situation could change on the next week. So at least we have to take into consideration this pattern and do not ignore it. In general, currently, the fundamental part of the research is more interesting than technical part because, well, on the background of the big nervousness volatility that we've got on the previous few weeks, market is coming down right now. It means that the trading range is down. We have the fewer patterns, we have the fewer trading stops. Most of them stand on the daily intraday charts, because in the longer term chart, in the longer term period, investors just sit on their hands and watching what will happen. They now are trying to take a look at the future, what the consequences of the pandemic will be, what the impact of the economy will be. But the problem is that these consequences and forecasts are too blurry right now to make the long-term conclusions. And that makes investors to sit on their hands and do not take the big shift and sharp shifts in the trading. And that explains the overall slowdown in market behavior. Still, on the fundamental part of the research, we have taken a look at some interesting moments, especially on the VIX index. It indicates the volatility on the stock market. They show us interesting information. So anyway, in the shorter term, if you take a look at the daily chart of the dollar index, you will see very important pattern that we do not have on the euro. As you know, euro takes the 70% approximately of the dollar index. And this pattern suggests the drop below this area. That in turn means that if you'll take a look at the euro, it means that market should climb above this area. It's 1150. So we don't know whether this will work or not, but it takes it tells us two moments. First of all, in the holidays or somewhere next week, some news could be released that will change the situation that right now stands in the market. As in the dollar index, as in the euro, currently the situation mostly looks bearish. I mean, in favor of the dollar. But it could change, as we have hint from the grabber that we have on the dollar index. So, second, we need to consider, as we have the grabber, we need to consider far standing target on the euro currency as well. So it means that on the 4 time frame chart, that's our primary scenario that we discussed in the last week, that we still keep on the table. So we're watching for A, B, C, D pattern here with the OP target right at the 110 area, approximately. It creates an agreement. That's the first step that we're watching for in the next week. Second step, we're considering here the scalp short trade position. Is we suggest that at least the 30% pullback here could happen based on the Gartner's triple sell that we will get. What will happen next? Whether the grabber will start to work, whether we will get the new headlines that will change the situation, we do not know. But currently, in the current moment, as you can see, we have definitely slowed down on the CD action. And the technical picture right now shows mostly bearish context, because when you see the slowdown on the CD leg, it mostly suggests the reversal at the D point rather than retracement. When you shoot the equal ABCD or acceleration of the CD, it mostly suggests the upward continuation to the XOP. The thing that we have on the gold market actually. While here, It mostly suggests a reversal here, or at least deep retracement. That's the first point. Still, based on the grabber, we consider situation on the hourly chart. Take a look. Market right now is broken for the confluence, and it uses it as a support right now. So take a look. It stands above it. It's a good point. Market stands at 127 extension of the butterfly, and this market hasn't turned down significantly. It just stands flat. We suggest that 1618 target of the butterfly should be reached. We talked about it on Friday. So that's our OP in agreement. It means that based on the butterfly, we suggest the pullback here. Maybe it also will be back to the 109, somewhere 35 area. Some retracement on the 30% could happen here. It's interesting to see, by the way, guys, whether we have the bullish dynamic pressure by the MACD. Yes, we have some kind of the bullish dynamic pressure, so you can see the trend stands bearish, but the price action is forming high lows, so it suggests that here upward action could happen. And also, I will not be surprised if you will get minor hidden bullish divergence on the lower time frames with these lows. So anyway, first stage, first point that we're keeping an eye on, moving to the OP. So if you have the longs, and probably you have, because we're trading this butterfly since this point, you could keep it while the market will hit this area. Second trade that we will consider is trying to take the scalp short, as I said, right from here. But next step will depend on the overall background. The action to the XOP, the triggering of the bullish grabber on the dollar index, mostly will depend probably on some news background. I think that something should be released, some positive sign that should decrease the demand for United States dollar. Because guys, in this week, news just, it's like the ping pong. So it's one day the fears of the virus ease and dollar is dropped. Next day the fears are increased and dollars has risen. So that's was lasting through the whole week. So no significant news actually was. Maybe something of that sort will be. But anyway, as I said, we will consider action to the XOP and the trigger on the daily grabber on a dollar index, probably on the background of some news or statistics or something. Something should happen. Well, that's our training plan for coming week. The two steps where we know, right here and then retracement, but action to the XOP, well, we will see.